WWE Raw, 3 things that worked and 2 that sucked. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Here are all the things that worked and all that did not pan out well on WWE Raw, dated September 8th, 2025. WWE Raw kicked off with the USOs as they tried to establish themselves as a top tag team once again. This led to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed coming out, and they were eventually attacked by LA Knight. All this scuffle led to a misunderstanding between Knight and Jay, leading to the latter teasing a heel turn. The rest of the night saw Stephanie Vaquer being inexplicably absent from the show, with tensions between Io Sky and Asuka going to the next level. The show also had a match between Lyra Valkyria and Raquel Rodriguez that seemed pretty inconsequential unless it all pans out to Bayley and Lyra teaming up once again, which also doesn't feel much. The best part of the show was definitely the return of AJ Lee, which led to her cutting a great promo, underscoring the value of mental health and mentioning why she walked away all those years ago. She was then obviously confronted by Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, leading to another scuffle, and a mixed tag team match was made official for WrestlePalooza. The main event saw LA Knight lose to Bronson Reed, which makes it 3 straight singles losses on the trot for the former on WWE Raw. The end of the show saw Jey Uso spear LA Knight for earlier in the night. Here are 3 things that worked and 2 that sucked on WWE Raw. #3 worked. The Jey Uso heel turn tease. The Jey Uso heel turn tease was a job well done, with the former World Heavyweight Champion making it clear that he was in it for himself. Despite being on the same side as Jimmy Uso, it seems that Jey is not the man he used to be and is clearly harboring some resentment. The star did not shy away from taking in the comparisons with Roman Reigns and stated that he may as well be like that than be himself. This could eventually lead to a much-needed heel turn for USO and a feud with LA Knight. #2 sucked. The Bayley saga on WWE Raw. The Bayley saga keeps dragging on WWE Raw and has not reached its culmination yet. The star keeps hearing the same voices while teasing either a heel turn or bringing back the hugger gimmick that she was so popular for. Either way, it's time for this character change to finally take shape, and maybe it will ultimately lead to her and Valkyria forming a tag team. But as of now, there has been no clear-cut indication apart from the fact that she wants to talk to Lyra. #2 worked. The Asuka teases on WWE Raw are enticing. There's a new superstar every week who Asuka is mad about as they try to be friendly with Io Sky. The latter is trying her hardest to maintain her friendship with Asuka while also trying to be friends with Rhea Ripley and others. This week, Nikki Bella showed up and was disrespected by Asuka. This ultimately led to them having a match. Later, in a backstage segment, Rhea Ripley showed up, restricted to backstage segments for some reason again, and a tag team match between Ripley Bella and Kairi Sane Asuka seems to be on the cards. It remains to be seen when Asuka will finally snap, and whether she'll take Sky with her to the dark side as well. #1 sucked. Monday Night Raw felt like a filler episode that didn't do much. The latest episode of WWE Raw saw what was clearly a filler episode. It wasn't explained why Stephanie Vaquer wasn't on the show to sign her WrestlePalooza contract, but then the rest of the power, apart from the Jey Uso stuff and AJ Lee's big return, felt like it was just passing the hours. The Vision and their Usos LA Knight feud was the mere highlight in terms of fighting, while Dominic Mysterio's differences with the Judgment Day grow. #1 worked. Dominic Mysterio could be out of the Judgment Day soon. The Judgment Day seems to be dissolving soon, with Dominic Mysterio missing from the clubhouse all night. The star was then confronted by Finn Balor and the rest of the group when he walked out on them, mumbling, "It seems that things could finally be heating up within the group, and there could be some kind of dissipation. Who will turn on whom can't be told yet, but with Mysterio's growing proximity to El Grande Americano, things surely are interesting." Bayley makes bold promise in bone-chilling WWE Raw vignette. Bayley is losing her mind, but she's made a worrying promise in her latest vignette on WWE Raw. Bayley has not been the same since she was pulled from her advertised title match at WrestleMania 41 due to a backstage attack. The role model was replaced by returning Becky Lynch, who teamed with Lyra Valkyria to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. before Lynch turned on her one night later. Lynch then revealed that she had been behind the attack on Bayley, and the three women engaged in a feud for most of the summer over the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. On the August 25th edition of Raw, a vignette aired highlighting Bayley's current struggle as her differing personalities battle to take control. The video sees her previous hugger gimmick, reminding her that she was successful because she always did the right thing, before her later persona mocked that idea. Which side of Bayley will win this internal battle for her soul remains to be seen. Now, on the September 8th edition of Raw, another vignette aired where Bayley again faced an internal struggle between the two sides of her personality. By the end, she promised to make it right, but that might mean bad news for other WWE stars. Bayley, not the only promo to make headlines on WWE Raw. As well as Bayley's internal monologue on Raw, AJ Styles kept nothing to himself in an explosive promo that left many fans wondering if the former WWE champion had torn up the script. An irate Styles claimed that somebody doesn't want him in WWE, as he mentioned several names from his past who are no longer with the company. Also read, AJ Lee's first WWE match in over 10 years has officially been announced. What happened between Rhea Ripley, JUSO after WWE Raw, video Rhea Ripley and JUSO Yeet together after Raw. On the September 8th, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw, the WWE Universe reunion of Jimmy and JUSO. The USOs kicked off the show with immense fanfare, receiving cheers and leading their famous Yeet dance, reaffirming their status as fan favorites. However, their celebration was immediately overshadowed by a confrontation with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker of the Vision. The duo of Reed and Breaker have been causing chaos across WWE, especially targeting Roman Reigns' family, including the USOs. After intense verbal exchanges, a tag team match between the USOs and the Vision was officially scheduled for WrestlePalooza on September 20th next week. Later in the night, Bronson Reed faced LA Knight in the main event. Reed secured a hard-fought victory, but the situation escalated post-match when Reed and Breaker brutally attacked LA Knight. The USOs rushed in to make the save, waves of cheers filling the arena. However, the moment took a shocking turn when JUSO suddenly speared LA Knight, leaving the audience stunned. This unexpected action hinted at a possible heel turn for Jay. After the camera stopped rolling, an exclusive off-air moment added extra buzz to the episode. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley came out to the ring and shared a lighthearted Yeet celebratory session with Jay and Jimmy USO. Watch the video here. Jay Uso's attack on LA Knight on Raw strongly suggests that WWE is going for a character shift for the former World Heavyweight Champion. USO has been a beloved babyface for a long time, but considering his declining momentum inside the ring post his loss to Gunther, a heel turn makes much more sense as it adds another layer to his character. While it's evident that Jay is turning dark, even Jimmy USO suggested it during Raw. He further affirmed it by embracing his darker side on his Instagram story. It would be interesting to see how the megastar will react to Jay's attack and how this will all fit into the USO's rivalry with the Vision. Ronda Rousey laughs off White House fight offer. Got better *T to do. Former UFC champion Ronda Rousey has definitively ruled out any possibility of competing at the upcoming UFC White House event scheduled for June 2026. During a recent interview on the Lapsed Fan podcast, Rousey delivered a characteristically blunt response to speculation about her potential return to mixed martial arts. I ain't fighting at the F*** King White House, Rousey stated emphatically. I got better shit to do. My kids need pasta. The comment came after acknowledging that in combat sports, particularly following Mike Tyson's recent high-profile return against Jake Paul, you never say never regarding comebacks. Ronda Rousey rejects UFC White House fight. The UFC White House event represents a historic milestone for the promotion, officially confirmed by CEO Dana White following meetings with President Donald Trump in August 2025. Originally planned for July 4th, 2026, to commemorate America's 250th anniversary, the event has since been moved to June due to logistical considerations. The unprecedented mixed martial arts showcase will feature fights on the South Lawn of the White House, with weigh-ins planned at the Lincoln Memorial and viewing areas set up on the National Mall since retiring from MMA competition in December 2016, following consecutive knockout losses to Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes. Ronda Rousey has transformed her career trajectory completely. The 37-year-old former champion has dedicated herself to the WWE and family life with husband Travis Brown, a former UFC heavyweight, and their 2 daughters. The couple welcomed their first daughter, La Nipo, in September 2021, followed by their second daughter, Liko Ronda Rousey's current priorities center around creative endeavors rather than combat sports. She has successfully transitioned into screenwriting, securing a deal with Netflix to write the script for her own biopic based on her memoirs My Fight, Your Fight, and Our Fight. The project represents a significant career pivot for the former champion, who spent time as an intern in WME's story department to learn screenwriting fundamentals. Director Augustine Frizzell, known for her work on HBO's Euphoria pilot episode, has been attached to helm the biopic for After, studying structure and technique through various scripts. She completed her first draft in just 7 days, impressing her agents with the quality of work from a first-time screenwriter. Chernin Entertainment signed on to produce the film, which will chronicle Rousey's journey from Olympic judo bronze medalist to UFC champion and beyond. Beyond her Netflix project, Rousey has authored a graphic novel titled Expecting the Unexpected, scheduled for release in October 2025. These creative pursuits reflect her shift toward projects that allow her to maintain family stability while pursuing artistic fulfillment. She has been clear about her inability to return to the demanding travel schedule required for professional wrestling or fighting, stating that her current life circumstances make such commitments impossible. The UFC White House event has generated considerable interest from active fighters, with stars like Conor McGregor, Jon Jones, Michael Chandler, and Colby Covington expressing desire to compete on the historic card. However, Rousey's firm rejection aligns with her established pattern of stepping away from combat sports entirely. Her last professional wrestling appearance was in August 2023, ending her second WWE tenure on what she described as unsatisfactory terms. Her decisive rejection of the White House opportunity effectively closes the door on speculation about her return to competition. At 37 years old and nearly 9 years removed from her last MMA fight, Rousey appears content with her current path, focusing on raising her daughters and developing her creative projects, rather than returning to the sport that made her famous. The UFC White House event will proceed without one of its most famous former champions, as Rousey continues building her post-competition life around family responsibilities and artistic endeavors.